Howdy mates, how are we doing today? Here's a part 3 video. Right now I'm over at Nokomis Beach, and that faces along the Gulf. I figured I had a little bit of spare time to just relax and take some time to view the Gulf today. As you can tell, it is relatively calm. However though, we're actually seeing a particularly unique wave pattern that's happening right now. So, usually once the water swashes onto the near shore, or actually the foreshore, excuse me, the waves tend to surge. So you may be wondering, what exactly do I mean by that? So if you look real carefully at the waves once they enter towards the shore, the water, like right, okay, you couldn't really see it that time, yeah, like right there, where you see the water all of a sudden like tower upwards and then it crashes. That's a surging wave. That usually happens because there's a sudden change in elevation. So with the sand changing that elevation upwards drastically, that water has no other way to respond but to continue going up. So that's why the water behaves that way. So it all has to do with the landscape of where you're located. And you can say right now, since it is a winter beach profile, the sand is a lot more coarse, which it is. It's usually what happens when it approaches winter. There you go. You really got to see it that time. But one thing, mates, to keep in mind, especially if you're visiting the Gulf this time of the year, is you may notice there's a lot of coastal birds depending on which beach you go to. It always varies, of course. Now, a lot of these birds that you oftentimes will see are migratory. Let me point out an example. Yeah, like you see those birds moving right there? Those are Sanderlings. Typically how they behave is they like to search for invertebrates in terms of source of food. Oftentimes you will see them in groups. So like you can see a group right up there. But oftentimes what they'll do in a swash zone, they kind of like to play tag with water. So whenever the water recedes, they'll take the time to quickly get their beaks, put it into the sand to search for food, but then as soon as the water comes back, they scurry and get further away. Now, oftentimes you will find them in parts of Canada and even Nova Scotia, as well as all of the eastern coast of Florida, or not just Florida, but all of the United States. So they travel a decent ways. They're essentially not here for the entire year. But the one thing that I want to tell you guys is whenever you do see migratory birds, always walk around them. Don't walk straight into them, because they've already had to expend a lot of energy to fly here. So the one thing that they need right now, most importantly, is rest. So the last thing that you'd want to do is cause them more stress, cause them to fly even more after they've had their energy expended. So it's an ethical practice to keep in mind. fascinating watching the water right now. So that's always something to exercise, mates. It's considerate, it's polite, and respectful. Actually, up here, there's a group of people playing drums. Every Wednesday, Nokomis Beach usually has a drum circle going on. And already by the couple of minutes, there have been more and more people entering into it. These are really cool to watch, by the way. You know what's amazing to me? Music has always existed. But music is really the practice of essentially controlling the frequencies that are already in existence. It's just a way of practicing, of controlling them to a specific tone that we find desirable. It's quite neat. It's alright, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video of the Gulf. Kind of a nice twofer for today. Got to see the Migratory River. Now I got to see the ocean as well. It's a great day. And a drum circle too. Alright, you guys. Take care. Enjoy your Wednesday. Journey on a Journey is once again outwards. Take care, folks. See ya.